Hey y'all, Christopher Saygo with the T.r.u.e podcast. Today I'll be giving y'all the saying of the day. The saying of the day is make a way out of no way. It stemmed from black churches. It was all used for systemic things that people used to held back through lived experience. I heard my grandfather say it all the time. He used to make a way out of no way. I mean, and sometimes you never understood what that meant as a child, but they were doing things to make sure that we were equipped. So we didn't have to go through the things that they went through. They would make a way out of no way just for us to have a way. I heard my mother say that all the time, and if she had 8 children, she gonna make a way out of no way. She didn't care if my daddy did what he was supposed to do. She was gonna do what she was supposed to do. That's what you consider making a way out of no way. And sometimes it's spiritual based. Like you can make a way out of no way. It don't mean be a fool when you try to make a way. It don't mean be a fool. It don't even mean steal, rob, and kill. It just means make a way out of what you got, but make it better for the people that you are looking up for or looking out for. You just got to be able to get the golden path. And the path not going to always be easy. Sometimes it can be rocky. But when you make a way out of no way, you get past those stumbling blocks. That's what it truly means. You get past the things that may hold you back. You get past it with vigor, with energy, with the right use of energy. You prevail. You be just stomped down. As we say, you just mac around it. But you always make a way out of no way. Every day, no matter what. That should be your main focus when you wake up, to make a way out of no way, to make sure your day is right and everybody else around you have a great day. So make a way out of no way. The right use of energy. So when I was incarcerated, I used to, kick a lot of stuff, man, with a lot of good individuals, man. A lot of men, most of the men I met in college, and that's what I used to call it then. I used to tell my son, college, I was in college. So we used to incorporate just thinking things, think tanks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with you, man, if you on something, if your brain working. I ain't cool with you because you got something. So most of the men I encountered, man, while I was in prison, man, they was always some intellectuals, man. They was always people that read books, had some knowledge, man. So when the people give you your stuff right, you won't have no programs. Like, I had a high school diploma. I had already had 2 years of college. I was in the military. So them people like, man, we ain't got enough for you to do. They just wanted me to do dead ass time. So once I start seeing these programs, I'm like, can I sign up for this? They're like, you got a aorta problem, alcohol or drugs? I'm like, no, but I might have somebody on the outside that is. I might encounter somebody in here that got it, and I can give them information. You know what I'm saying, about how to deal with it. So I started taking them programs, man, and it was just stuff that I knew I could implement into my life, man, that would help me better understand what other people was going through. Because like when you a kid, you feel like when your parents do something wrong, right? You might be like, man, why my daddy do that, man? That's some bull crap. Or my mama did, that's some bull crap. But you don't know what they went through. Like, you don't know what, if you got a father or a parent that wasn't a good parent, you don't know what they went through, man, until you get a certain stage or a certain age to ask them, man. Like, if your mama or daddy was somebody that whooped you, my granddaddy said he used to whoop his kids because he didn't want them to get caught by the man. The man being the white folks. He knew if he whooped them when they did something, that'd keep them from being in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So as time went on, we can see now, man, whoop your kids, you going to jail. The people that made it a law for you not to discipline your kid. Now, is that an idea that somebody came up with that was a smart individual? I'm going to say hell no. Because if you don't feel like kids should be disciplined, how can they learn the ropes about life? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you a parent and your kids know they out doing something wrong, and you done whooped their ass, or you done told them not to do it, now that thought is implanted in their mind. Hey, if I do this, man, my mama and daddy ain't gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? But if you allow your kids to dictate things to you, man, and it seems like today a lot of parents allow their kids to parent the home, like to dictate to them what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I need this, I want that. But when it's time to wash some dishes or something, or clean up something, you can't get them to do it. True. Energy is not loud. It listens. It waits for direction from the hands of the willing. Every thought carries weight. Every choice leaves a mark. What we freed grows strong.
What we ignore grows wild. True is learning the pause before the reaction, the breath before the storm, the discipline that turns motion into meaning.
To do it. I watched this thing yesterday on Instagram, dog. I'm gonna tell the story because it was funny as hell. I wish I could show y'all the video, right? So I guess it was a young guy, mother. She had told him he was laying down in the basement. He had to be in his 20s. Man, OG had a mop water with a mop bucket. I guess he had told him to mop the floor, right? And his little sister, she was probably about 15, standing behind him. The lady dipped the mop in the mop water and put it in his face. So he was choking. I guess he had a little soap. It was soapy. So I guess he had a bunch of soap in it, a little tang of bleach or whatever. So dude went to screaming, I can't see. Man, she had the long cowhide strap, dog. She just went to whoopity. Mop the floor, mop the floor. So he's scattering all of them in the basement. Man, that lady probably would still be whooping dude if he would have never made it up the stairs. But the little sister was behind him saying, I told you mama said mop that floor. I told you, man, she whooped dude ass. But it also made me realize that the next time his mama say mop that floor, he probably gonna mop that floor for 2-3 hours. Soon as she say mop that floor, he gonna be mopping. But just imagine, man, if nothing would have happened. If she just would have kept talking to him about mopping the floor all the time. Mop the floor. Mop the floor. Mop the floor. You sound like dude on Daniel's son, wax on, wax off. Mop the floor. Mop the floor. How many times y'all think she would have had to tell him to mop the floor without having to do something? And if she never did anything, he never would have took mopping the floor serious. See, once she tapped that ass, and the way she woke him up was so gangster, boy, I went in and mopped my damn kitchen floor. You hear me? I was like, man, this lady's too gangster, man. She hit him with the mop water. He like, I can't see. That's when she come in with the strap. Boy, I got up after I watched that on Instagram, after I laughed. Boy, I went and mopped my floor. All 3 bathrooms and the kitchen. Clean that joint up, dog. So it's just a lesson in that, man. If you don't discipline your kids will come up with their own rules. Just imagine if you wasn't paying the bills and you told your kids to pay the bills. What you think your kids gonna do? As a parent, just ask yourself that. What you think your kids gonna do? You think your kids gonna responsibly go pay the bills? Where they gonna get the money from? So you can never let the kids be the one that run the household, man, unless you train them right, man. That's called training right. A kid is trained just like a dog. Like your dog only do tricks because he know you're gonna give him a treat. You ain't gonna get your dog to roll over because you always somewhere talking about roll over. Roll over. Man, you gotta have some treats on deck. Not comparing a kid to a dog animal, but I'm saying that's a learning process. Like we all sold ourselves, the good and the bad. I got things when I was little if I did something good. If I did something bad, I ain't get a reward. It's just like an animal. If you got a pet at home and he doing something bad, you ain't giving him shit. Just like with your kids, if they act up at school or act up and go against what you say, you shouldn't still be funneling them stuff, man. You still shouldn't be just giving and giving and giving because they not reaping the rewards of doing right. Yeah, you can give them essentials, but sometimes them essentials might get taken away. You know what I'm saying? The gang might get taken away. I might only give your ass 2 meals that day. I might not let you have a snack. No, you can't go by your friend's house. No, it's certain things you have to take away, man, to make your kids grow. Because if you raise a bad child, man, you're just going to raise a bad adult. That's all you helping the world receive is a bad adult, man. And everybody ain't going to get the message. Like I say, I got 7 other siblings. Everybody didn't get the message. You know what I'm saying? Only 2 of us went to the penitentiary out of 8. Me and one of my brothers, because we was off the porch. You know what I'm saying? We was off the porch. So when you get the message, man, you might not get the message at 21. What's equipped for you at 21, you might not get it till you 60. It might not be your time to get it them other years. But when it's time for you to receive it and get it, man, it's a benefit to you getting it. You got it at the time that it was right. Just like if you ever been a millionaire and you lose all that money, that might have been your one opportunity to be a millionaire. Now you might not never get that chance again because you didn't handle it when you had it.
It is focus when distraction calls. Rest when pride says push. Boundaries drawn not from fear, but for respect for what we are becoming. Energy is not wasted when it is guided. Pain becomes power, pressure becomes purpose, time becomes intention. To use energy rightly is to choose growth over impulse, direction over drift, purpose over noise. True is not perfection, it is alignment, mind steady, heart regulated, steps intentional. And when energy is used with care, life answers with momentum.
So if anybody know me, man, I always talk about getting paper, man. I love paper, man. Ain't nothing better than paper, man. I ain't gonna never discourage nobody from getting paper, man. This America. Now, if you got a million goats in another country, you might be somebody. But around here, man, you need paper, man, to excel. But you also got to have a brain, man, to work with that paper. You also got to invest your time into getting paper, as well as invest yourself into keeping your paper. See, getting paper might be a way, man, that you consider easy, but keeping it, man, that's a difficult thing, man. Because once you get paper, man, you sort of feel like just hearing all the time about helping your family, taking care of your family. If you come from good people, those are the thoughts that's going to go through your head when you get paper, man, about helping your people, man. You know, that's going to be something that you consider. So when you get that paper, if you just ain't for sure with it, you can't help everybody. Everybody don't deserve some paper, man, when you get some. Because if they did, they'd be trying to get some on your way up. See what I'm saying? People that don't consider you on the way up getting paper don't help you. They don't deserve some when you get up here. You know, you can be nice, man, but the saying nice guys finish last, it really means nice guys finish last. You can be kind to people, but don't be so nice, man, that you finish last, man. Finishing last ain't right, man, because you being too nice and people taking advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? When I came home from the penitentiary, I had to learn. I practiced while I was in there, receiving and accepting my first no. Whatever the no might have been. You know, I might have went to a dealership to get a car and they'd be like, nope, your credit ain't no good. I might go to a bank and try to get some paper. Nope, your credit ain't no good. I know my credit good with the homies. I wish I could carry that street credit in the bank. You know, I walk out of there with 100 million every time because I done earned them stripes. But that ain't how I wanted to play it, man. So when you come from them situations, man, you just have to go get it, man. And you have to remember, man, everybody that hit you on the way up, them the people that you got to sort of keep in your life, man. You got to keep them right there and build a rapport with them. Those that come around, man, after you get it, why they around, you think? Y'all take a guess. Y'all tell us. Y'all go in the comments and tell us why y'all think they coming around. Because they done heard about you. In this day and age, if they see your last name, they're going to see your ass on the internet. They're going to see your name on the internet. If your name Davis. If your name is uncommon like mine, Saygo. So the reason my name is Saygo, my last name, Saygo, because when my mom and daddy got married, my daddy didn't know how to spell the name. So the judge spelled it how it sounded, Saygo. So I would know if you come off my daddy and mama branch. Most of my cousins, all my cousins are Sago. All my daddy brothers, my daddy, my granddaddy, all them are Sagos. We the only ones that's Saygo. Those are the ones that came from the union of my mother and father. And that's a history in my family. See what I'm saying? So when you learn history about your family, that's how you pass it down to your kids. Like my grandkids know that they Saygo. But if they see a Sago, they know that's somebody that related to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's an understanding that we got in our family. And now it's like, man, we Saygos, but we unique now because we the only ones that got that Y in our name. You know what I'm saying? But that comes from not knowing how to spell it. It don't make us different. Those my family members, I still contact them. But hey, if I just where I was and where I used to be, that's when they used to come around. So back to just people coming around when you reach up top. When you reach up top, man, you can look down, man, and see what's around you. That's how you can pick and choose, man, who you supposed to assist, who you supposed to help. You can't help everybody. Everybody can't be saved. But if you save one or two, Man, you done did your job, man. You can't feel sorry for everybody. Feeling sorry just gonna make you pull up them emotions, man, and when you gonna start trying to be Mr. Nice Guy to everybody. And then when you all jammed up and effed up, you gonna be looking crazy. Because everybody ain't gonna jam, man. It's like peanut butter and jelly, man. Everybody not gonna jam. If I hang out with my guy that I get money with, but I got a guy that I hang out with that I go hoop with, when it's time to get money, I ain't calling my hooping partner. All me and him is gonna get his points on the court. But my guy to get money, he gonna think about ways to get money. Me and him gonna come up with plays. We ain't running, we might run an offense, but it ain't gonna be no offense or defense like on the court. We running the financial plays, man. So you have to remember, man, everybody don't jam. Like with me and my homies, for instance. Prime example. If I'm cool, I'm solid with my producer D. This is my man, right? If I bring one of the homies around, I don't tell my homie, hey man, this Chuck, this Tony, he cool as hell. No, because I'm cool with Chuck or Tony. I'ma let my man D meet him, and if they want to get a relationship, they can see if they vibe or how they get along. D might not like this nigga just for some odd reason because he just don't like him. So when you try to force those things on people, man, those will create bad situations. And those will put you in situations where guys be trying to rob you or catch you or hope, pray for your downfall. So I'm saying, if somebody praying for your downfall, man, go whoop their ass in the church while they praying. You dig? So on that note, man, I would just say use the right use of energy, man, and always keep it positive. If you're around the negative, man, disconnect yourself, man, and move around, man. Right use of energy.